Hey, what's up? It's June 26th, and they're at it again. We got this bogey up north, North Texas. It started last night, and I trained all my dishes up here, and it started flaring up. You see that? There's like four of them. One big one, and then that's when I started hitting it, and it splits in half almost immediately. And they're the angel wings again, and it's gone. So I'm right here in Houston. I'm shooting all my dishes this way, some this way and some that way, but all of them north because it moves around so much. Those things jump around so much that I just point in different same directions on the satellite dishes. See, it jumped over here, and then it jumped up here, and then it gets destroyed from Orgone cannons from Houston. That thing's pretty big too. Big storm. That one's not coming back. It might, but not like that. See, it split in half. Oh, and by the way, I noticed something the other when was it, Sunday, when they had the UFC fight at the White House. There was a radar that somebody posted on Facebook, a picture of the radar that directly above the White House when they had that fight. There was a huge storm, like huge, like that passed right over Washington D.C., over the White House, right when they were going to have that fight, and it was split right down the middle. You could see it on radar. I'll try to dig up a picture and post it later, but it makes sense because that thing that they made was a little bit extravagant, and it reminded me of a big, huge Orgone device. And if they're watching what I do, they should have made one by now with more power. And looking at the way that storm was split right in half, the red was on the sides, just like this, but going over the city during that fight. Red all around it, except for in the middle where the fight was. So I'm pretty sure they used a Orgone device for that. And the thing about Greenland too, on the dark web, there's news that in Greenland there's a weather machine made by a civilization before us, like the Tartarians, and the deep state got a hold of it and they froze everything. That's why Antarctica and Greenland and the North Pole is all frozen because of that machine. And supposedly in Antarctica, there's all kinds of crystal buildings that are just frozen under the ice that are starting to thaw out now. So they got control of that machine whenever they got Greenland, and now they're reversing it to where it's not a weapon. Now it's going to make everything tropical, and it's going to make all the architecture come out from Antarctica that's been buried under ice, and we're going to see all kinds of new stuff, futuristic stuff, all kinds of stuff that you can imagine that has been held back for so long. But hopefully this all comes together, and it started with this. with stopping storms, because it can be done. I always knew it. Nobody else believed me, but here's all the proof you need for years of research, and based on a theory from a doctor that was doing it, that was killed mysteriously after they found out. Because this world is not for the good people, it's for the bad people. It rewards the bad and it punishes the good. And that's got to stop, man. So, Tornado Joe signing out. Blasted another storm, split it in half. Through the blessing of angel wings. And if that's true about that machine, then we're probably going to have tropical weather on the whole planet. Like no extreme weather, which is how it should be. There's no need for all this red angry storms, flooding and killing things. There's no need for that. Until next time, thank you and stop by again.